Guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I'm going to unbox this Tokyo Marui HK45 AEP. So I just want to make a note on safety. Whether I'm disassembling, unboxing, chronoing, whatever it is I'm doing, I always make sure I'm in a completely safe environment. So that means most of my videos I'm always wearing eye protection just to make sure that my eyesight stays safe. Before I do that, I always make sure that there's no ammunition in any of the mags or in the gun itself. I make sure that the mags are unloaded and unwound to make sure that nothing can happen with that. Obviously, if I'm chronoing, then I've absolutely definitely got my eye protection on to protect myself. I even make sure that my batteries are removed and out of the way so that I know I'm in a safe environment. I also make sure that there's nobody else around as well either, so I'm always in a safest possible environment. If you are working with airsoft stuff, please make sure you do the same. Hi guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy my content today, please do like and subscribe because you'll be really helping me out. So I've got today a Tokyo Marui HK45 AEP. My brother-in-law is coming back to airsoft after a good few years off, and he's picked this up and has let me have the time to unbox it. I've also got a couple of accessories, the little muzzle adapter and things that I'm going to show you in a separate video how to fit. So, as with the Marui, you generally get a pretty nice box, lots of information that we mostly can't read because it's in Japanese, but it just generally looks a good quality box. I suppose you partially get what you pay for. So we'll get the lid out of the way, nothing much in there. We've got our little manual pack with all the usual instructions and things, some of which obviously is English, a lot of which is in Japanese, but just generally telling you how to use it. You've then got a little utility space. Now this is the edition that does not come with a charger and battery. It did come with a speed loader adapter to make it easy to use standard pistol style speed loaders to refill the mag on it. You get a little big bag of Tokyo Marui BBs, I'm sure they're good quality, and there we have the actual 45 itself, and that is a damn nice looking piece of kit, and I am a big fan of AEPs. You've also got your cleaning unjamming rod in there, so I'll get that out of the way. Now the first thing, the mag is in the mag well already, so I'll just drop that out. Now, much like the Glock, there's all the weight is in the pistol grip because that's where the gearbox is, but it feels really lovely to hold. It is plastic externally, like the CMA AEPs, the other Tokyo Marui AEPs, so it is going to be light, which some people don't like. It's some people do. For me personally, the lighter my loadout is, the better, because it means I can sort of keep moving a lot more throughout the day and not get run down as quickly. So that is absolutely gorgeous, and it feels really nice to hold. The stippling effect on the pistol grip is nice to grab, and particularly if you've got gloves on and things, that'll grip really well. We'll remove the red rubber bung out the end of the barrel that they put in. There we go, get rid of that. So wow, it's really nice. So you've got your unique serial number underneath. Obviously it's telling you about the owner's manual. You've got the HK45 on the end. You've got obviously matching serial number on the side here. You've got the correct markings because Marui pay for the licensing for the markings and things. Obviously you've got made by Tokyo Marui here. ASGK, obviously you've got HK45 Auto. It's just a damn nice pistol. You've got your little Riz rail underneath, so you can mount obviously a flashlight. I've seen a couple of funny builds where people have built or got one of these and put like a little vert grip just for the sake and heck of it. So you've got really nice, let's have a look down those sights there. What we have got, that'll be fitting in a separate video, is the muzzle adapter, which gives you a little, it replaces the front sight and it fits over the top there, and it gives you a threaded outer barrel, and it gives you a top Riz with a pistol sight. Now unfortunately they've missed out a little bit. This little front sight here, sight post, should have had a white dot on it like this one, just to help with target acquisition, but it's not the be all and end all. To get into the battery compartment then, we're just going to pull back and that flips away. Now as part of installing the muzzle adapter, this cover does come out and gets replaced with another one, but you don't generally see most of that anyway when that's on there. But we'll speak about that later. Again, as I've said before, I'm sure it wouldn't have killed them to just put a thread in here give you an adapter with the gun itself so that you didn't need to buy a muzzle adapter. But, you know, it's Tokyo Marui. I'm not sure where the decisions come from, but I'm sure it's all in their best interest. So what you've got then is your selector here. Would be normally just safe and fire, but there is a third setting, which is the auto setting there. The thumb hammer does not do anything other than keeps the top slide locked on. Now, unlike the Glock, when you remove the Glock, obviously the selector is on the top slide. With this one, because it's integrated into the lower, you don't need to adjust the selector for ease of putting the top cover back on. It just goes on nice and easily and clicks in place. There is no movement in that, or a tiny little bit of horizontal movement, but there's no movement in there. You've then got obviously plastic shrouding covering over like the top of the gearbox, and obviously the hop unit and everything. The hop itself is a different hop to the Glock AEP, so you've got a little rotary in line with the sort of barrel, and as you can see there, it does say hop that way. So as you turn it that way, the hop will go on. Now the hop is fully on because I have been and pre-shot this before the unboxing itself. So what I'll do now is I'll cut to a little snippet of footage of the chrono, which I do apologise because I didn't check my camera positioning properly, but then I've got it shooting 0.2s and 2.5s. 0.2 chrono. About 220 FPS. 0.2 range. Let's put the hop up. Slightly too high. About 35 meters. Right, 0.25 range check. That's fully on. A little bit shorter, sort of 30-ish meters. So now that we've seen that then, it's doing the typical sort of 220 FPS out of the box, which is pretty much what we expect from these, you know, the tiny little gearboxes. I have seen videos online on YouTube where people have got sort of up towards 300 FPS out of them and things. For me personally, you're going to put a lot of stress on what are very, very small components, and it's not particularly easy to find spares at the minute or upgrade parts, although various companies have done them like 9ball and things. They're not that easy to get hold of. So to me, I'm a big fan of only changing what's absolutely necessary. This is going to be a backup to a sniper from a brother-in-law. So for its purposes, it's going to be absolutely perfect, because anything that's beyond this range, he'll just get with a sniper rifle. Anything closer, and he's got this to go to. Obviously, you've got the metal mag. Now, this is not compatible with the Glock mags. It's a different top section there. So please be aware that you cannot interchange with like the Glock mags at all. That's its own style mag. We have also got one of the long mags as well, 100 rounders. So obviously, for size comparison, that does sit flush in your pistol grip. Drop that back out. The long mag obviously extends out the bottom like you would get with the Glock, which in this state, it looks a little bit odd having the extended mag come out the bottom. When you put the muzzle adapter on and you've got a suppressor on and a flashlight, it starts to look something, you know, this blends in a lot better and looks pretty cool with it and stuff. They are really, really nice. What I will say is it hopped 0.2 absolutely brilliantly, and we're sort of getting like 35 meters out of it. I dare say a little bit of bedding in and it might shoot a little bit further. The 0.25s were hitting about 30 meters. We had a little bit less range out of it. We could upgrade the inner barrel and the hot rubber like I'm going to do with my Glock, and that should give us that little bit better range and accuracy. But as a backup to a sniper, even just a sidearm, something for CQB, they're absolutely brilliant. The reason I love AEP so much is because they are not weather dependent. You know, anybody that's been to the UK or lives in the UK knows that our weather is so changeable and it's all over the place, and gas blowback guns in general can be extremely unreliable all year round, and especially obviously in our winters, they're no good. An AEP, yes, you lose the blowback. I get that, and people love that blowback. Part of the reason I love my electric recoils, like my KWAs, is because of that feel of the kickback from the recoil. This doesn't have that, but you're gaining that advantage of having all year round performance. And obviously you can get accessories, obviously like this, with a little suppressor on the front to sort of adapt the sound a little bit. But that's not going to cause any sort of issues. You know, at times people put suppressors on the front of their gas blowbacks. As it's firing, it can pull the barrel down, it can catch on the BBs and so on and so forth. So it can cause a lot of issues. And I just think what you lose from the gas blowbacks coming to this, you gain a hell of a lot more. Plus the added advantage of full auto if you really need it. I know it's not authentic, and I know that the only pistol I'm aware of is the 93R that does real life full auto, I think. But it just offers you so many advantages, and it's such a nice looking piece of kit. You know, I'll put a link down below to where we got this from, and I will leave the usual photos. I hope that's been helpful to you, and I will see you next time. Bye.